A homily for Friday of the 10th week in Ordinary Time. How will we hear if we are not listening? If we are listening, what are we hearing? Our extroverted world spends a lot of time talking. Unless we seclude ourselves, we end up hearing a lot of talking, a lot of noise. Even in moments of seclusion, the noise intrudes. I enjoy listening to music on YouTube, but unless you pay for an upgrade, YouTube interrupts longer pieces of beautiful music with commercials. The commercials are always jangly and noisy, and they always jar me into the nervous state in which our world lives. How will we hear if we are not listened to? Do you ever try to talk and express the point of view only to have the other person or people start contradicting you even before you have finished what you are trying to say? Or pointing out the fallacies in your thinking, the weak points or alternative points in your thinking, and the errors in all you are saying? Someone once said to me, "The way people criticize, you would think there was a prize." How will we hear if we are not listened to? We will find great difficulty in discovering ourselves or what we think and believe if we have no one to hear us, to respond to what they have actually heard because they were actually listening. Worse, if we join the noise, how will we hear if we are not listening? Sometimes we need to turn off the TV or our phones. Sometimes we need to turn off the mental talk, especially if it is future-oriented anxiety, past-oriented blame, or present-day pointless chatter. Otherwise, how will we hear the wise person or the loved one? How will we hear the voice of God's Spirit or the music of nature or of the universe? In our readings this week, Elijah the prophet has been trying to hear God speak and follow what God asks. As he worries for his safety in the midst of his prophecies against the king in the midst of the drought, God sends him to the widow of Zarephath, who provides for him and for whom he provides. He faces down the priests of Baal, then counsels King Ahab until the rains start. And today, he now decides he finds himself in a cave on Mount Horeb, where God decides to give him a little schooling in listening and hearing. The story is familiar to you, I am sure. He listens, but does not hear God in the strong and heavy wind, nor in the earthquake, nor in the fire. It is only in the tiny whispering sound that reveals God's voice to him. He offers his sorrows and misfortunes to God, and God gives him a plan to resolve his problems. So too with us, if we are listening. I was walking alongside the Potomac on the Mount Vernon Trail recently. A woman I did not recognize rode past me on her bicycle in the opposite direction. As she passed me, she shouted, "Oh, Father Hawley." Then as she rode away, she called out, "I love your homilies." Just a few words, but beautiful words in a beautiful setting on a beautiful day. Like God's words to Elijah, they showed me what I needed to do, or in this case, to keep doing. They were consoling even in their brevity, their speaker long gone by the time I had taken the words in. So listen today. Try to hear today. Pray that you will be listened to and heard. But if not for a little time, try to listen in a quiet place and let God surprise you.